hot-footed, high-tailed, breakneck charge. Up, and away! Saving, of course, the inroads of age, and hamstrung by that outrageous stage, up, and awry! I don't mislead myself. Easy it's not. My get up and go is long and got. My speed is sped, my bod's a load. I'm squeezed by years, I'm bowed and bowed. Old age is heavy cargo. Wherever you go, you get there, largo. In age, afflictions come to call, but an unabridged list with nothing missed would slow down my speed, which would mean that I'd never finish this hike at all. Do let me discuss today's disorder, headache, heartburn. Why would my daughter demand my immediate presence without giving a reason? What's this about? And yet, it's really simple stuff. I know the answer near enough. My darling daughter's got her spouse and dock inside the house and proceeds to prosecute a most uncivil dispute. That's the way that women do. Vicious vixens through and through. Women's dowries go away if their husbands don't obey. Not to say that every man is perfect. Every husband has his defect. And wives should only have to stand so much of hubby's heavy hand. And so, when daddy's sent for on the run, something wrong's been said or done. A conjugal catastrophe or all-out quarrel. Whatever the facts may be, I'll find out shortly, somewhat shortly. And there she is, standing in front of the house. There's her husband looking properly gloomy. All this is confirmed. I start the hearing with her. Hey, daughter.
Oh, Daddy, aren't you glad to see me?
Oh, of course I'm glad to see you. Glad to be dragged across town, glad to fetch up in gloom, but glad is hardly the word. I'm positively glowing. My daughter's all frowns, my son-in-law is fuming aloof. I've entered a field of battle during a temporary lull. So answer the standard question, no orations, please. All that's needed is a simple me. Whose fault?
Let me unburden your mind on this point, Daddy dear. I'm not guilty of a single thing except losing my patience. I simply cannot exist in this house a moment longer. Take me back to live with you again. Your darling daughter has been disdained, disparaged, and dumped on too.
What were the grounds?
Here in the front yard, but mostly inside.
Who did it?
That good-for-nothing you married me off to.
That's it. Merely a typical wedding tiff. Now hear this. I do not do domestic disputes. Neither of you applies to me to referee tiffs.
But Daddy, where else can I apply?
I'm asking the questions.
Oh, please, Daddy, please.
How many times have I read you these simple rules? Humor your husband, pamper your man, and play along. No checking in on his actions, intentions, or destinations.
But he's stolen my gold, robbed my dog from my chest at home, and delivered it to the prostitutes on the sly.
Well, those are worth money. Felony, theft. He's committed a crime. Provided, of course, that he's actually done what you said. If not, then you're the criminal, defaming the name of an innocent man.
He's committing it now. This very moment. A pilfered pelvis on his person, plus the bracelet he took from home. the one he brought to her. Now he brings it back to me because, you see, I checked it out.
Oh, you leave this best to me. I'll grill him. He'll spill the facts in no time. Clueless in answer. What was the, let's say, discussion between you two? Why are you all frowns? Why is my daughter fuming aloof?
Look, Mr. whatever the hell your name is, or Mr. shall remain nameless, or should we just say old guy? I plead the Pantheon in toto.
You're making avowals yet? But what the world about?
To witness that I have committed no crime against this rancid female obsessive here, who doth insist I did extract from this house here, and further for her, pilfer this garment.
Oh, he's committing a lie under oath!
I further attest that I have never set foot or otherwise in this house here. And if I have, I urge the powers that be to plunge me into the utter nadir of human agony, woe, and degradation.
You want to be wretched. You mean to tell me that you never stepped foot inside this house, your legal dwelling?
Listen, old guy, do you affirm that this house here is my legal dwelling?
And do you deny it?
On oath I do deny it.
Then you deny it falsely, unless you moved out last night. Honey, get over here. Did you move out last night?
Of all the questions, move out to where and why?
I have the slightest idea.
He's making fun of you, don't you see?
Clueless, stick to business.
What?
Stop with the jokes.
Business? We're partners, perhaps, with some mutual obligation? Look, I don't even know who you are. Listen, just leave your name, address, and the amount that's owing to you, I suppose, or perhaps to her. Ugh, she sticks. A virtuoso artiste in unremitting bother. Ugh. Ugh.
Daddy, his eyes are green, and he's turning pale. It starts at his temple, goes down his brows, and now his eyes are aglimmer with a greenish.
Whoa, I know. The standard symptoms. They think I'm crazy. Well, why not? I do a good crazy. I'll pretend I'm around the bend and frighten these cretins away.
Ooh, the horrible faces, the grimaces. Oh, what do I do?
Over here, daughter, away from that moon. As far away as you can.
Bacchus of the blast and boom. Yoinks, catany, wahoo! I hear thy harrying halloo and would hunting go. But I am hampered and hindered, hemmed in on my left by this slavering, rabid bitch goddess here. Not to mention this dithering dwarf behind you here, vapid veteran, throughout his career of perjured witness in plenty, to plunge the innocent low.
You're a dead man.
What's this, Apollo? A sudden oracle doth bid I cauterize this bitch's eyes with burning brands?
Daddy! Oh, my final words, he says he's going to burn my eyes out.
Oh boy, both round the twist and they call me insane.
Hey, daughter.
Hey, what?
Got a plan?
Oh, I'll go into the house and get some slaves to tie him up and bring him back inside. I'd only be gone a moment.
Which way can I possibly turn? If I don't come up with some overall plan, I'm all over, delivered in chains to their happy home. What say, Apollo? A full-sail fusillade of fists on this female's face, lest she slip slyly from sight on her way to total damnation? Good thinking.
Home, home, daughter, flee. Fast as you can, or you're pulverized.
I flee. Oh, just one thing, Daddy. Don't let him get away.
Sure.
Oh, the distress, the disgrace. No decent woman should have to hear such language. Oh.
One down, Apollo. Pretty good if I do say so myself. And now I turn to this towering titan of total abasement, white-haired and trembling, the bearded bitch dad. What's this, Apollo? Crush and commingle his arms and bones and legs and all his joints into a bloody puree? Good thinking.
Look, Sonny, if you take one step there or lay a single in serious trouble, you hear?
Good suggestion, Apollo. Let me first grab mine axe with both edges agleam to tear his innards from their greasy cages. Gobbet, my greasy gobbet!
I think we've reached the point where I gotta look after myself. Take a precaution or two. Am I right to think he intends me some serious harm?
What say, Apollo? Not all at once. Yoke 2 unbroken braces of stampeding stallions? Check. Mount to my insolent station's battle station? Check. Then tear to diminutive flinders this senile, feckless excuse for a senile iron? Double check. I mount to my place in the car. I firmly grasp the reins. I cuddle the quirt in my fist. Onward, my steeds, to attack, lest the speed of your feet be quelled by savage spring.
You're running me down in a four-horse ring? That's what you're doing?
One final order, Apollo. One last rush on this loon who blocks my way to drive him low and punch him out. But hey, who hangs his hands in my hair and pulls me from my chariot's floor? You won't like this one bit, Apollo. Your power's been revoked. You'll have to revise your edict.
Mercy me. This must be a swift and dreadful disease. Cut off in the full flesh of madness. And just a moment ago, how fresh and vital he was. I'd better go get a doctor. And quickly. No speed spared.